Well, we missed a big snow over the weekend and we're going to miss another one later this week. Just some clipper systems for us, but also some warmer temperatures ahead. Pretty frigid this morning. Some places in northwestern Minnesota matching the coldest temperatures of the weekend, which were Saturday morning. Warrowed back down to 20 below actual air temperature. Wind chills were close to 30 below at times early this morning. Lots of teens below zero in northwestern and northern Minnesota too. Cold high pressure sitting over us. Means clear skies for now, but you can see some high and mid-level clouds starting to drift into western Minnesota, so probably a little filtered sun for the western part of the state today, but I think Twin Cities will stay sunny much of the day today. But we missed a really good snowstorm to our south, up to a foot of snow across Kansas, Missouri, into Illinois, and then that snow continuing, just falling through the day today for the DC area. Big snow for them, biggest they've had in a couple years. And really a wonky pattern. You're hearing about all the cold. Well, it's cold for the southeast and the mid-Atlantic, but this is not really cold air for us. 10 degrees below normal, not that big of a deal, but we have this really amplified pattern where cold that shouldn't be in Texas is in Texas and will be this week. So this is an example. Thursday, temperatures are going to be pretty similar. Upper 20s here, 30s in Texas, but the difference is the anomalies or that departure from the normal temperatures. For us, that's above normal temperatures by Thursday by a few degrees. But for Texas and the whole southern US, those temperatures are 20 to 30 degrees below normal. So it's just that this air that should be over us this time of year is farther south than normal, and that's because warmer air is surging farther north than it should be too. What goes up must come down. So it's not that climate change isn't happening or something like that, like a few trolls might want to say, but it's really just these bizarre amplified patterns because of less of a temperature contrast. And that keeps the jet stream and the storm track to our south, also most of the moisture source to our south, so that Texas storm will have a lot of moisture, but it's going to rob us of moisture for our next clipper coming through Thursday. This is the forecast upper level pattern, just this wave, short wave coming in aloft. It's going to be pretty moisture starved. So we'll see some light snow showers Thursday into early Friday, kind of a broken line of them, but it's not going to really amount to much. Dusting to maybe an inch in northwestern Minnesota if they're lucky. But then we are going to be looking at another clipper that might be a little more potential here heading into Sunday. But for the Thursday, Friday snowfall, yeah, you can see three different models, all three pretty meager for us, but maybe again a little hope of more snow in northwestern Minnesota. But that Texas storm could see some pretty heavy snows and also ice. So this will be an ice snowstorm combo for Texas into Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas, and then that storm will track east. So again, that storm track staying well south of us for the significant moisture. But another clipper, this one looks a little more vigorous, or at least a little more moisture. Sunday could bring maybe a little better hope of some snowfall. But that's all we're going to be dealing with in the time for the time being right now is just some of these clipper systems. Upper teens today, that is still about 8 degrees below normal, single digits to the north. But again, this air has not been crazy cold. 1 below is the coldest we got. So of course, the national media, it's a big deal when the cold reaches the south and the southeast, and that's why they're making a bigger deal out of the cold than it really is. Temperature is still below normal today, but tonight sub-zero for northern Minnesota again, but these temperatures are significantly warmer than the last few nights. Single digits above zero here in southern Minnesota, and by the time we head to Thursday, the cold retreats. We're not going to see this rush of warmer air, but more seasonable air as that cold air retreats. So mid to upper 20s Thursday, Friday into the weekend, and those readings, as I mentioned, are a little bit above normal, close to the normal, but on the warmer side of it here Thursday into the weekend. In fact, the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook into next week calling for slightly better odds than not of above normal temperatures for Minnesota. So we'll be dealing with at least 20s here in southern Minnesota for high temperatures, probably into next week overall. So a few more chilly days to get through again, but not crazy cold by any means. Mid to upper teens today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, but warmer Thursday. And it's that retreat of the cold that will allow these clipper systems to kind of sneak in, flowing along the edge of that colder air. And then that next one comes through Sunday with, again, a little bit better potential, maybe, of better snowfall.